I made my first 100 sales on Etsy in just 35 days of being on the platform, and I want to share with you how I was able to do that. If you're new to me, my name is Lucretia. I'm a top 3% Etsy seller and a homeschooling stay-at-home mom, so I only work on my Etsy shop while my kids are sleeping. So let's hop into the first thing that I did that I believed helped me make my first 100 sales. And just as a side note, I sell digital and printable products. So these are things like cleaning checklists, meal planners, fitness planners, things like that that people can either use on their iPad or they can print it off and use it. So the first thing that I did to get my first 100 sales is I made sure that I found a keyword, a long tail keyword with a high search volume and low competition. So let's break all of that down. So a long tail keyword, instead of doing like digital planner, you could do like ADHD digital planner or teacher digital planner. So something that's longer and more specific than just digital planner. So that's the first thing is I used a long tail keyword. And then I made sure that it had a high search volume, which means a lot of people are searching for that term. And it also had low competition, which means that not a lot of people are making that product just yet. So that is how I make sure that I stand out on Etsy, is that I don't want to go after long tail keywords that are too competitive. I want to use keywords that have a high search volume, so a lot of people are searching for it, but there's not a lot of people making those products and listing them on Etsy. So that's one way to stand out. So that's the very first thing that I did. So to find these keywords, I use eRank and I type it into the search bar, and eRank will let me know the search volume, the competition, and I make sure that all of my bars are on eRank are green, and that is a good sign. If all the bars are green, that usually lets you know that there's a high search volume and low competition. So that is a good keyword to target. Another way to find these product ideas is to use Insight Factory, and they let you know which products are very popular right now on Etsy. And they can also customize your results to your particular Etsy shop if you already have a shop. So either eRank or Insight Factory to come up with these product ideas. The second thing that I did that I think is super duper important that a lot of people skip over is that I made sure my listing photos were better than the competition, meaning that I wanted them to get clicked out of all of the other listing photos and all of the other options that a potential customer could click on. Whenever someone goes onto Etsy, they type for something in the search bar, say they're looking for a cleaning checklist, they're going to type that into the search bar and they're going to get a bunch of listing photos. Your listing photo determines if someone is going to purchase your product or not. It determines if someone's going to click on your product or not. And so that's super important because if they don't click on your product, then they can't purchase it. So your listing photos are the very first impression that someone has of you. And so you need to be taking your time with these listing photos and making sure that they are high quality and that they really let the potential customer know what they're going to get and why they should buy your product. So some of the common mistakes I see people making with listing photos is that they use script fonts that are hard to read, especially on a mobile screen. Most people are looking on Etsy on their phone. And so you want to make sure that your text on your listing photos is easy to read on a small screen. So that's one mistake that I see people making is using script fonts. I typically avoid most script fonts because if I barely even know what it says and I'm the one typing it, then the person reading it probably has no idea what it says. So I like to avoid script fonts and stick with fonts that are easy to read when someone is just like scanning through their phone. The second thing I did with my listing photos is that I made sure it looked like they were getting a lot of stuff. So I wanted a lot of pictures of the product on there so they looked like they were getting a lot of items for a small price. And so they feel like they're getting a really good deal because as humans, we love sales and discounts and we love bargains, getting deals. And so I want my customers to feel like they're getting a really good deal by shopping with me. And then one major thing that I see people skipping over is they talk mostly about the features of their products instead of the benefits of their product. And so a feature would be like 35 pages. So although that is important to tell them a feature of the product, it's also important to let them know why they need your product and how it's going to improve their life. So how is this product going to make my life easier? How is it going to make my life better? How is it going to save me time? Let them know why your product is important for them to buy right now and how it's going to help them in their life. So you also want to make sure that you're using all 10 listing photos and a video because that's going to help your product stand out even more and make sure that your customers aren't confused about anything and that they can really make a solid buying decision if they have all 10 listing photos and a short little video, which I think it's like 12 seconds is how long your videos can be. So just make sure you're using all 10 listing photos and a video to really portray why they need your product and why they should buy it right now instead of buying someone else's. The third thing that I did to get my first 100 sales is I really learned search engine optimization, which is commonly called SEO. And this is how Etsy knows what your product is and how they know who to show it to. If Etsy doesn't know what your product is, then they're not going to know who to show it to. You're not going to get any views. You're not going to get any sales. So search engine optimization is super duper important. Take your time learning that, because if you don't want to post on social media, then you need to be learning search engine optimization. The fourth thing that I did to get my first 100 sales is I made sure that I priced my products competitively. So I didn't just make up a random price for my products. I went to Etsy and I searched for similar products to mine and I saw how much they were charging. And so that way I could determine how much to price my product so that it was competitive and similar to the other prices. Because just think of it, if you go to Walmart and you're going to buy a can of black beans and you have all the other beans are $1.13 and you see a can of black beans for $10 and they're exactly the same, why would I spend $10 when I could pay $1.13? And so that's the way it is on Etsy too. If I can buy these other cleaning checklists for $4, why would I pay $13 for yours and theirs has more pages than yours? So you have to be competitive with your pricing and make sure that you are seeing how much other products are charging that are similar to yours and charge accordingly. The fifth thing that I did to get my first 100 sales on Etsy was that I made sure that I was listening to my customer feedback and making the changes that they recommended. Whenever I list a product, I want it to be the best option available and I want to deliver on whatever I say that my product is going to do. So whenever someone leaves a comment and they're like, oh, I wish this product was editable, that's my cue to go in and add an editable version, because that's obviously what people want. Your customers will tell you what they want, and that's only going to help you make more sales if you're giving the people what they want. So listen to the feedback. Don't let it scare you away. Don't let it get you upset. Listen to what the people are saying, take it into consideration and make the changes, because it can help you make a lot more sales and get you more 5-star reviews if you're listening to what the people are telling you. So those are the 5 things that I did to make my first 100 sales on Etsy in 35 days. If you're interested in starting an Etsy shop selling digital products, make sure you go to the description and grab my Etsy starter guide. It'll help you get started and it walks you through all of the steps that I took to become a top 3% Etsy seller as a homeschooling stay-at-home mom. If you have any questions, just let me know down below and I'll talk to you later.